Long ago, hidden beyond great mountains and forests, lay a valley filled with bright flowers. In this valley lived a kind husband and wife who wished for nothing more than a child. Though their life was quiet, their hearts ached for the sound of little footsteps. One spring morning, their prayers were answered. The wife discovered she was expecting. Overjoyed, she ran to her husband and cried, "It's true, we are going to have a baby." They embraced, tears of hope in their eyes. During her early days, the woman developed a powerful craving. From her window, she often looked at nearby garden, where rows of fresh green lettuce shone under the sun. But this garden belonged to Velora, a sorceress feared across the valley. Velora's house was old and broken on the outside but glittered inside with golden treasures, mirrors, chairs, dishes. Her heart was cruel, her greed endless, and no one dared to go near her. Yet the wife's hunger grew unbearable. To save her, the husband slipped into Velora's garden, but before he could leave, Velora appeared. She shrieked, "You thief! How dare you touch that is mine!" The man dropped to his knees and begged, "Forgive me, my wife is carrying our child. She longed for this lettuce and I only wanted to comfort her." Velora studied him, then smiled darkly and said, "Take it, but in return, if your child is born with golden hair, she will be mine." Terrified, the man agreed. Months later, baby girl was born. She had eyes like blue sky and radiant golden hair. The couple's happiness quickly turned to sorrow. Velora arrived and cruelly claimed the child and said, "She is mine. Her name will be Rapunzel." The witch carried her into the forest and built a tall stone tower with no stairs and no door, only a single window at the top. There she locked Rapunzel away. Rapunzel lived in the tower for many years. She took her first steps in that tower. She took her first smile there. As years passed, Rapunzel grew into a beautiful girl. Her golden hair grew longer and longer, reaching the ground. Velora forbade her to cut it, for she melted the strands into gold to feed her greed. To visit, Velora would stand at the base of the tower and call, "Rapunzel, let down your golden hair." Rapunzel obeyed, lowering her braid for the sorceress to climb. To keep her captive forever, Velora filled her mind with lies. "The world is cruel. Outside are monsters and pain. You are safe only with me." Rapunzel believed her words, though something inside longed for freedom. One afternoon, a prince rode through the forest. While wandering, he heard a voice singing so sweetly it carried through the trees. Following the sound, he discovered the tower and the girl singing in the window, her golden hair glowing like sunlight. Enchanted, the prince searched for a door but found nothing. As he wandered, Velora appeared. He quickly hid in the bushes. Velora said, "Rapunzel, let down your golden hair." The braid fell and she climbed up, watching the prince learn the secret. The next day, when the witch had gone, he approached and called in her voice, "Rapunzel, let down your golden hair." To his joy, the braid descended and he climbed. Startled, "Rapunzel, who are you? How did you get here?" The prince smiled warmly. "Don't be afraid, I followed your song, I only want to help you." He told her stories of the world, the sun in open fields, rivers rushing, birds in flight, children laughing. Rapunzel listened with wonder, her fear softening into trust. He returned every day, bringing strips of cloth. Together they began weaving a rope for her escape. But one evening, fate betrayed them. As Velora climbed Rapunzel's braid, Rapunzel muttered, "You pull so roughly." The prince climbs much more gently. Velora roared. The prince, fury glittered in her eyes. Seizing a pair of scissors, she cut Rapunzel's hair with one sharp stroke. Golden strands fell to the floor. Just then the prince appeared. Seeing Velora's cruelty, he rushed forward and said, "No more," he cried, seizing the scissors and binding the sorceress with the rope he and Rapunzel had made. Rapunzel tied the remains of her braid to a hook near the window. With the prince's help, she finally climbed down to the ground. The first time her feet touched freedom. After days of travel, they reached the prince's kingdom, where his parents welcomed her with kindness. But Rapunzel's heart longed to know her true family. The queen recalled a tale of a couple who once lost a child with hair of gold. Guided by hope, Rapunzel and the prince searched until they found their humble home. When the old couple opened their door, they froze. Their eyes filled with tears as they recognized her instantly. "Our daughter," whispered her mother. Their arms wrapped around her trembling form, and years of sorrow washed away. Rapunzel wept with joy. She was at last reunited with her parents, her freedom, and her destiny. Soon, she and the prince were married. Their wedding was celebrated with music, laughter, and blessings from the kingdom. Rapunzel, once a prisoner, now lived in light and love.